Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Today I'm going to be drawing the aeons from Honkai Star Rail as people. This has been going on for the entire school year, I'm going to be so honest, and it's nearing the end of finals, and I'm still not done with this, so yeah. Basically this kind of came about because when I first was playing this game, my dumb ass did not realize that I was actually not a girl. And initially I just thought damn, those aeons are kind of cool, and especially not Nuke, damn, they're hot. But then I was like, wait a sec, they use they them pronouns. I think I might use they them pronouns. Is that why I like them so much? And honestly, other than Silver Wolf, the aeons are low my favorite characters, even though they don't do anything. Please no one spoil the events of Amphorius or Plan Arcadia. I took a hiatus, and then I came back when I saw that Silver Wolf was approaching. But basically, what kind of sparked this whole thing was the fact that, especially on spaces like AO3 and Hoyle Lab or whatever, whenever people refer to the aeons, I see them using a lot of the wrong gendered terms, I guess. And I don't know, this is kind of a more big undertaking, so if there's some troll in the comments who's actually you'll always be a girl and there are pixels on a screen, you little bitch. First of all, shut the fuck up, no one asked you, go do your homework. Also, I guess, I don't exactly know what I'm trying to say, but this isn't really the case of some random snowflake who's been oh no, people aren't using gender in the Big 26. It's more of, I really like the aeons, and I think the fact that there's actual non-binary representation is really cool, and it pisses me off when people misgender them. It doesn't seem malicious, but also, how else do you explain it when they've been consistently referred to with they them pronouns, and in all capital they them pronouns too? It seems honestly kind of disrespectful. Damn, now I am sounding kind of a snowflake, but whatever, I don't care. It just, I kind of wanted to do a tribute to all the aeons, because I know that even if they are pixels on a screen and I'm a real life person, it still is I don't like it when they get misgendered, because it seems like the people who are doing the misgendering are just missing the very obvious signs and choosing to be transphobic. And if that's the case, I don't know. This is coming from a place that created Genshin Impact, and that fandom is but I don't know, I'm just pissed about it, because it should be common sense. If we can refer to Robin without using he him pronouns, we can refer to the aeons with they them pronouns, I fear. And this is kind of where this undertaking came from. I guess I'll just start explaining what I'm trying to do, even though Nanook already passed. I actually came up with this pose design idea for Lan and you'll see Yashi next, I think. I both came up with the poses for them during chemistry or math, I can't remember. And I don't know what I was trying to do with Lan. I was trying to make it look like they were kicking a soccer ball, but then I messed up their foot, and then I realized that Procreate actually has a motion blur tool. In my defense, at this point, I think I just learned about the fill tool because I had been kind of in a digital art slump. And so I thought it would be oh, they're kicking a soccer ball because of that leg positioning. I don't know why. And also, if they're kicking a soccer ball, why are they holding a cigarette? I don't know. I could not tell you. But right now, I'm trying to do the skin, as you can see. I, for like the characters like that who were kind of very inhuman, I kind of wanted to keep it like, okay, what's the core designs of that? Like for Lana, it was like the big curve shape thing, I'm forgetting what they're called, like in their bow, and the kind of wild flame hair that they have, which I kind of tried to do in their ponytail, and also like the wheels, car wheels, that they've got going on their back legs. And I was gonna try and give them like a second little sleeve thing, but then the perspective turned out to be actually whack, and so I decided against it. Also at this time, somehow, even though I had a Naxa, I did not know that he was not actually someone who followed the hunt. And I also saw that like little thing in the middle of Lan's chest, and I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of what an Naxa has, and so I tried to give them like a little crack? Artificial, I don't know what it is in the middle of their chest, but it was something like that. And then I tried to like give them hunter eyes, kinda, because that kind of felt on board with them. Now we're getting to Yaoshi, and I was experimenting with different poses, but then I remember that I actually did have the thumbnail down. Honestly, out of all the designs, I think I don't like theirs very much, because especially at the end, you can see that like the skin tone matched almost perfectly with the teeth tone. So I had to like give them green blood or something in their mouth, and so it just looks really weird, and I really don't like it. But I'm also not going to edit this and change this footage again, so it is what it is. Their hands were actually not that bad, because I was in the phase of I really don't care about hands as long as I don't need to draw the fingers. I wish I was in now. Basically, what I was trying to give was like the fact that they're like holding their hair in their official art, and like that was it. Honestly, when I saw like Cersei's, or like, oh fuck, sorry, Ceres, or like the lesbian titan that's possessing an Axa, that one, I thought that they were Yaoshi, and I was like, damn, okay, Hoyo, okay, like NPC design, but they're not. I was gonna try and give Yaoshi like their long flowing hair, but then I like actually observed what it would take, and I don't have the patience or the skill. And before anyone is seeing my horrendous job of shading and like going outside the lines, I learned that clipping lock existed like a few months ago. No joke. I'd like seen it before, and so I was in class and I like fully, and my teacher like had this book like the Dummy's Guide for Procreate or whatever, and so I physically looked it up and was like, oh, that's what that does. I don't know why I didn't just use Alpha Lock before, because I definitely know that existed, but whatever. And before anyone is asking if they even care like why I'm not using the fill tool, I draw like everything on different layers, and I still have not figured out how to make that work. I was trying to do like more of the weird little eye things on Yaoshi, because I think they looked really cool and gave them like a kind of scary, spooky vibe that clearly their canon lore represents. But right now, all I was kind of seeing was like, ooh, hot farmer. But that might be because oh my god, I love Yaoshi. I can't remember if I changed their design for the dress already, or if I do change it. But either way, I think it was going to be like some kind of more like wrap around type thing. I don't know. Oh god, it's right about now that you can see me like actually struggling. First of all, why are eyes so hard to draw? Like they're actually my worst enemy. I really like the mouth shape actually. The second eye was so painful. Oh god. The teeth were also evil, but you can see what I mean, especially when I'm like really close to doing the teeth shape. It's like you can already see that it like looks the same except for the black line surrounding it. It's so bad. So I kind of had to do the little green stuff to make sure it looked different. It was also at this point I was noticing that, yeah, she doesn't look very green. And so I kind of had to go back and add green. I think I added green tints to, like, the hands. And I also give them antlers. I definitely give them, like, green bracelets after this, because I thought they were not giving green abundance. They were just giving, like, a sad beige baby. And, like, Ring camera had a baby. And I didn't like that much. Also, if you could hear that sneeze, I'm sorry. Like, for some reason, this mic's audio is, like, actually so sensitive when it doesn't need to be, and not sensitive at all when it does. But such is life, I guess. I don't know. I think I could have, like, gone better, but also, like, it was the beginning of the year. I was tired. I was getting lost in all of my classes. Oh, that's what I did. I added a green overlay. But I'm pretty sure I also gave them green tints to their hands. Oh yeah, you can see me doing that right now. I think if I had a chance to do this again, I would. But I don't hate myself that much right now. Also, once I'm done with, like, this whole series, I'll probably post them all into Hoyo Lab. I actually am forgetting my user right now. It's probably, like, some combination of, like, overbaked plague doctor or like something else. I'm doing Fooly right now. Before I learned that their, like, headpiece thing was supposed to be, like, a Chinese emperor, my dumbass thought they were, like locks. And so I was, like, really leaning hard into it and, like, giving them, like, I don't know, long hair. And then I was like, oh, because I think I saw on Hoyo Lab, it was, like, whoever was, like, doing the making fun of aeons or thing or whatever, I think they might have done something with that, and so I was like, oh. So those are not, in fact, locks, they're just emperor hat. But, like, Fooly doesn't have hair anyway, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I actually had to look up how to draw a rock. I think it's, like, on my YouTube search history, like, how to draw crystal, how draw crystal. And so if like, I gave Fooly, like, a kind of crystal breastplate, torso plate kind of thing, and a crystal arm, because I really didn't feel like drawing the other hand. So if they look rudimentary, that's because they are. First time drawing those, ever. And so I was kind of trying to go with, like, flowy vibes, because, like, that was just kind of the vibe I was getting. I'm realizing now that I did not, in fact, give them, like, the flower crown cape collar thing that I did in the thumbnail. But I actually really like their design, so I think it's kind of for the best. You'll see it eventually, but in their like, little rectangle screen thing is gonna be the Astral Express. I think that Loke took me the longest out of all of this to perfect, because, oh my god, it was evil. Especially because I don't know why I didn't, like, search up reference images, but, like, all of this, the only reference that I have used is the ones that you have seen at the top corner of the page. Don't ask why, I don't know. But yeah, you can see the amateur crystals. Basically the YouTube videos I was seeing were like, okay, one uniform color and then other variation colors of crystals, and then make one, sorry if you could hear that door slam, that was so aggressive. And then, like, color one end, or, like, around the middle of that one a little darker, and then add, like, some white highlights. So that's kind of what I did. Honestly, I like the crystals on their arms better than the ones on their torso. I don't remember what kind of eyes I give Fooly. I think I maybe wanted to just make them white, because it's like, oh, history had, so I was gonna say history has stats on you, but that, like, doesn't work. But apparently I just kept their eyes white. So that's, yeah. Also, I kind of corrupted the Astral Express. You'll see that, like, later. I don't even know why. I just felt like it, man. A lot of this was just me doing stuff because I felt like it. Oh, never mind. I did give him eyes. I forgot. So, yeah. That's Fooly. If you made it this far, leave a like and subscribe if you want to. And that's kind of been it. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and goodbye.